Hello, greetings everyone. Today's topic is none other than super masters of camouflage in the animal kingdom. And without wasting any more of your precious time, let's dive straight into the show. Number 1, Panda Ant. The name pretty much says it all. This creature wears a black and white outfit that looks just like a panda. It lives and works in the forests of Chile. With a modest size no larger than a human thumb, this tiny mouse even has fur. They look quite adorable, but don't be fooled by the cuteness. Don't touch or try to keep one as a pet. Even though it looks like an ant, it's actually a wingless wasp. So why do they pretend to be harmless ants? Because anyone who tries to mess with this tiny creature is in for trouble. The black and white coloration serves as a warning signal to others about the danger of their sting and their fierce attitude. If you still decide to bother them, the panda ant will make a squeaky sound, which may sound cute but is actually a sign that they're about to attack. Panda ants are loners. They like to wander and don't live in colonies or build nests. They are also parasites. The female lays her eggs inside other insects, and when the larvae hatch, they devour the host's larvae to grow. Number 2, Hoverfly, Yellow Bee Fly. One fine day, I wandered into a beautiful green meadow filled with blooming flowers and fluttering butterflies. That's when I discovered uninvited intruders, the yellow bee flies blending in and playing with the real bees. Thanks to my observation hockey, I was able to spot them. That's how good their camouflage is. They boldly disguise themselves as bumblebees, their sworn enemies. It's a bold but effective strategy. Their predators don't dare attack them, since no one wants to risk getting stung by a bumblebee. Their disguise is top tier. They even walk into beehives to lay their eggs, and when the larvae hatch, they eat the bees and nectar inside. Even though they're masterful actors, they do have some telltale signs. Real bees don't fly around much. But these flies keep circling and hovering. Plus, the hairs on their back, chest, and antennae are much shorter than those on a real bumblebee. If a yellow bee fly runs into a real bumblebee, it's probably doomed. Number 3, Decorator Crab. Camouflage masters like the octopus have evolved color-changing skin to blend into their surroundings. But the decorator crab has taken a different route. They collect stuff and attach it to their bodies. They're covered in a layer of stiff hair called setae, which they use to stick bits of sponges, seaweed, or algae onto themselves. These crabs are fashion lovers, not for attention, but for survival. They live in tidal pools and rocky shores, which are dangerous for tasty and tender little crabs like them. So blending in is crucial. There are 3 styles of decoration in the decorator crab world. Minimalists, they just grab whatever's lying around to match their environment. If they travel to a new place, they ditch their old decorations and start over with what's available nearby. Snack stylists, they decorate with their favorite foods, algae, sponges, and tiny crustaceans. They trim them to size and attach them with special hooked hairs. Elite fashionistas, on top of ordinary decorations, they add weapons, sea anemones. If attacked, they use the anemones to sting predators to death. But everything comes at a price. Over time, sea anemones and algae can grow and make their shells heavier. Decorator crabs spend their whole lives customizing their look. As they grow and molt, they have more surface area to cover and need new materials for fresh looks. And the bigger they get, the fewer predators they have, but the more decorating they need to do. Number 4, the octopus. If you've ever seen a video about the mighty octopus on Unlimited Realm, then you probably already know how badass they are. If you haven't, go watch it right now, it's awesome. Among all their remarkable traits, there's one thing you just cannot ignore: their one-of-a-kind camouflage skills. They can easily change color and use this talent as a powerful tool to attract mates, hide from predators, or even send out messages. Take the blue-ringed octopus, for example. It flashes vibrant blue patterns across its body as if to say, "Wanna die early? Then stay back." While other animals struggle to change color rapidly, for the octopus, it's a walk in the park. They owe this superpower to specialized pigment cells in their skin. Between these pigment cells, nerve endings, and muscle fibers, octopuses can change their appearance as easily as slurping porridge. Some shape-shifting species have even taken camouflage to the next level. When danger approaches, they transform into something terrifying to scare off their enemies. With their flexible bodies and pigment-shifting skin, they can mimic not only the color but also the shape and movement of more dangerous creatures. Classic examples include flatfish, sea snakes, and lionfish. Sure, their disguises aren't 100% perfect replicas, but they're good enough to leave predators confused and freaked out for a few seconds. Number 5. Trapdoor spider. Most spiders like to spin webs and wait for prey to get tangled, but trapdoor spiders? They dig burrows to hide and hunt. These spiders invest a lot of time and effort into building their homes, and they'll spend most of their lives there. Beneath their rear ends is a round, black and white disc that looks like a coin covered in bizarre patterns. This cap lets them seal off their burrows tightly so predators can't get in. Thanks to this design, they can both avoid threats and deceive prey. When an unlucky critter wanders near, the spider bursts out and grabs it in a flash. They use their front legs to strike and inject venomous bites that cause vomiting, paralysis, and difficulty breathing. Fortunately, their bites aren't dangerous to humans, but trust me, those big fangs still hurt like crazy. Trapdoor spiders spend most of their lives underground, but heavy rain sometimes flushes them out. That's one of the rare times you'll see them out and about, and they're not happy about it, they know they're vulnerable. Even though trapdoor spiders are relatively large and efficient hunters, there are nastier predators out there. So when the thunderous sound of footsteps approaches, the spider readies itself to lunge and bite, only to come face to face with a massive centipede. And what happens next? The spider gets wrecked. Classic case of just bad luck. And that's the end of that story. Well, almost. Number 6. Long-nosed horned frog. If you ever step into the territory of the long-nosed horned frog, tread carefully. Not because they're poisonous or aggressive, but because you might accidentally step on them. Why? Because these frogs are masters of camouflage. They typically live in the rainforests of southern Thailand, the Malay Peninsula, and Singapore. Their body shape, color, and especially the horn-like projections above their eyes let them blend perfectly into the leaf litter. When fallen leaves cover the forest floor, they become almost impossible to spot. These frogs can sit motionless for hours to avoid predators. And if any unfortunate prey happens to wander past? Snap! Dinner is served. Their favorite snacks include small rodents, lizards, and even other frogs. Number 7. Peppered moth. Alright, here's a challenge for you. Can you tell which one's a real tree branch and which one's the imposter? Tough, right? That's completely understandable, because we're talking about a camouflage genius here. This master of disguise is none other than the peppered moth, scientifically known as Pharabossifari, a member of the Notodontidae family. They're found all over Europe, Asia, and even eastern Siberia. These moths love to sleep during the day and stay active at night. During the daytime, they rest on trees, and when they do, they look exactly like tiny sticks. At this point, spotting them among real branches and leaves becomes nearly impossible unless, of course, you disturb them by accident. Like many other creatures, peppered moths use camouflage to avoid predators and pesky intrusions while they rest.